What's something that can help us be more whole and more happy? Obviously, many things, and it's fairly easy to so do, but certain things are easier than other things. For example, if at the moment I'm very cold, then if there's any option for me to warm up, that's what I should do to move in the direction of happiness. And if I'm very hot, try to cool down to move in the direction of happiness. So, what is something like that that is quite obvious and that we could kind of take a look at? To put it kind of succinctly, it could be uh, thinking about the person or the people that we hate the most, and then finding just that which we hate in the person or in the people in our very own self. Turning that person, so to say, into a mirror, and then seeing ourselves there and finding those qualities, those attributes, that evil, that badness, that wickedness that I see in you, finding it in me. Why should I do that? Right? How can that help me be more happy? How can that help me feel more whole, more wholesome? Well, a key thing here to note would be that certainly in my waking experience, I make a delineation, meaning a separation, a demarcation between myself, which is here, and then the rest of the world and other people and other concepts and so forth. And that's necessary, obviously, and fine and essential. But at the same time, it's simply a fact that, for example, if I go to sleep, right, all that stuff vanishes unless I dream of things from waking life, right? I might be in the thick of kind of a busy business, worldly affairs, and politics and business. But if, may we be spared, I go into a coma for 10 years, all of that is gone, right? I had this kind of a division, the political division, the economic division, those people there, that group here, this and that, all these things going on. But if I'm in a coma, all of that is gone. So, if and when, hopefully, I wake up, right, whether from sleep or from a coma, then all of that content, right, what we could call kind of the content of experience, comes back. And it's in that content that I make that separation between myself here and that person over there and those other people and so forth, which is, of course, not to say that those separations are not real for what they're worth and that other people don't exist in their own right, which they do. But the point still holds, right? All of that is in my experience as it happens, whoever it is that I am. It follows then that in order for me to really understand another mental state, right, what another person is going through or what another person is like, I have to first of all have experienced that directly, right, in the first person, subjectively. So, for example, let's say that that'll be nice, right? I've never ever been sad. How would I know what sadness is like? I can read about it. I can talk to people who have been sad. Right? I can really memorize all of the things that are written on that concerning change, physiological changes, right? What happens in the head, the brain, right? This and that. But the actual feeling of sadness, I need to experience. And conversely, happiness. Let's say I've never been happy. I can identify signs of what that word is associated with, what I've been taught to associate it with, smiling, right, laughter, stuff like that. But if I've personally never been happy, I don't know what happiness is like. Even simpler, perhaps, example: if I was born blind, then I do not know what vision is like, right? What visual vision is like, and I can through Braille, for example, through being taught verbally, I can learn everything there is to know about vision, everything that is said to go on in the retina, the cornea, the optical nerve, all of that. But vision itself, the first-hand, subjective, qualitative experience that we call vision, I don't know what that is, and I can never know what that is. Or colorblind, same thing. I don't know what colors are. I can read about them, the wavelength, the this and the that, but I can never know qualitatively what red or green is unless I have seen them, or obviously other colors, blue, so and so forth. So from here we see that in order for me to really kind of see a lot of evil in you, it has to be the case that I have that evil in me. We get the point? In order for me to understand that emotionally, what emotion you're feeling, not just intellectually. Oh yeah, that's a smile. That means happiness, right? But in order for me to really sympathize with you, you're happy and I'm happy, right? You're sad and I'm sad for you. I had to have felt that emotion. In order then for me to viscerally, meaning deeply emotionally, I see a whole bunch of bad in you, a whole bunch of evil in you. I have to have it in me. Otherwise, I would not see it. I would not recognize it. Maybe after many, many years, or some number of years at least, of in depth psychological study, can I kind of make out some abstractions here? That's kind of what selfishness is. That's kind of what greed is. That's kind of what, uh, you know, um, anger is, all that kind of stuff. And I don't really feel it, I don't really know it, but I kind of read some studies about it and all of that. Just like a person who has never, excuse me, seen can still speak about the concomitants of vision, the optical nerve and the wavelengths and all of that. But certainly, I could never naturally, normally, without any further study, without any further effort, see so much bad and so much evil in so many other people. Right? I cannot, as a matter of logical necessity, say pick out some celebrity, some politician, some friend, some frenemy, some enemy, my neighbor, right? All of these different people, and really, really feel like, wow, that is an evil person right there. I really hate that person. Oh my goodness. I couldn't do that if I did not have it in me. It's not just a question of I wouldn't do that, I couldn't do that. So hopefully then we understand why, or the dynamics in connection with this kind of psychological phenomena that we here see. The dynamics again are roughly along the lines of that. I have evil in myself. I have, for example, selfishness, greed, self-centeredness, all kinds of stuff, narcissism, right, in me, right? Me and nobody else but me. And yet, because of other further bad traits like pride, like vanity, I don't want to see them in myself, and therefore I see them in you. Excuse me. And further, it has to be admitted that it is difficult to see anything in ourselves, just like the eye cannot see itself without a reflective surface, without a mirror, without some water to reflect it in, without a selfie. The eye can't see itself. The I, the letter I, meaning me, I can't see myself either directly. I have to kind of infer what I'm like using hints. And this is one of the hints. If I want to know what I'm like, see what I really emotionally, viscerally hate in others. What I really, really find horrible, right? I find again some target, the public figure, the frenemy, and I say, wow, that person is just such a piece of dirt. Wow, that is really such a scumbag. That is really such a selfish, such a narcissistic, such a psychopathic, sociopathic, um, uh, uh, you know, uh, piece of dirt, right? Unfortunately, I have precisely described myself. I could not have offered that description unless all of that was in me, as hopefully we now understand. So, in connection with the initial kind of question or aspiration, which would be to increase in happiness and wholeness, what I would need to do again is to take all of that I now see in you and you and you and the other, him, her, and the other, and find it in myself. I identify it in myself, view that as a mirror within which I see myself. And then what's the purpose of that? Won't that just make me more miserable? Well, maybe temporarily, but ultimately it should make me more humble. It should make me more open to the possibilities of genuine improvement, which obviously are closed off to me as long as I am Mr. Miss Perfect, as long as I am Mr. Miss Righteous and just and fair and good and loving and caring and wonderful. And only you, and you and you and you, are bad and unjust and unrighteous and so forth. As long as I stay in that state of mind where everybody is evil but myself, I will never actually become less evil. Right? I have to see it in myself first. When I see it in myself, I can humble myself. I can inquire into myself, and gradually, slowly, hopefully, I can improve and I can change. And obviously, real happiness, real wholeness is predicated on just that, something along those lines, becoming less evil, becoming a better person. I can't really be happy, can't really be whole while I continue this kind of nonsense, seeing all the evil in all others but myself. But then I have maybe my well-being routine, my wellness routine, and I want to be successful, and money is going to make me happy, or the fame is going to make me happy. That's obviously nonsense. That can never work. What will make me happy is to become a truly better person, to become less evil. And the way I would do that is to see my own evil, which now I see in you, in me. Now, as a brief aside, such is, of course, not to say that um, there's no such thing as um, evil or poor kind of character traits in others, and that everybody is perfect aside from me. Now, of course not. That's not to say that everything is equally healthy for human beings. Right? Just because now I'm not going to see the evil in you. I say that whatever you're doing is fine, right? I'm not going to project my evil onto the murderer, but and I'm going to say instead, oh no, murder is fine. No, absolutely not. That's a distortion of the present suggestion. I see the evil in myself. I address the evil in myself first and foremost, and that should hopefully give me the clarity of vision to see as to what is truly healthy for human beings, starting with myself. And when I can see a little bit more along those lines, then I also, as it happens, can truly help other people that are going through their own struggles. And I see the individual who is, maybe as a matter of fact, self centered, as am I, who is greedy, as am I, who is selfish and deceptive, as am I. But right now, I don't acknowledge any of those things in me. I only see it in this person right away. I'm projecting on them and now I hate them, right? Pride hates pride. Egoism hates egoism. Greed hates greed, right? Thieves hate thieves. I'm a thief, so you can steal from me, no problem, because I steal from others. No, right? I assault and mug people, so you can do it to me. No, right? So it's only a one-way street. So I'm projecting on you all of that. Obviously, I can't help you. I hate you. I'm pouring everything that's in me that's bad on you, right? But now that I've found it in myself and hopefully elevated myself a little bit, now I can approach you with sympathy. Now I can truly see what could be good for you. Right? So, in summary, we see that normally and naturally, just like the eye does not see itself without a reflective surface, we do not see ourselves without a reflective surface. What is that reflective surface? It is other people. I take the evil that is in me and all the badness and all the inadequacy that is in me, and I see it in all others aside from me. What I want to do is to view other people instead as mirrors of myself. Whatever bad traits I see in other people, whoever I hate the most, that's descriptive of me. When I come to that self knowledge, right, and I acknowledge myself in that way, I can hopefully humble myself and improve myself over a period of time. And that should hopefully give me the sympathy and the courage and the understanding to truly connect with other people, imperfect people such as myself, and to help anybody that can use my help, be it my immediate family or whatever the case might be. So, a useful thing to think about if we want to be more happy and more whole. Thank you for listening.